I'm Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, here to walk with you down the winding road of recovery, taking deep breaths together. Let's start with a deep breath in through the nose, breathing in the landscape of trees and light, exhaling the dust behind us, letting it all flow backwards into this moment where we're here listening and attentive and present. Let me introduce myself. I'm Healing Wolf. And I've had a long journey with pain, with neuroplastic pain. Neuroplastic means, neuro means brain, plastic means change. So it's pain that we can change by using our brains, by actively engaging with the pain, by going into the pain. And how did I come to the conclusion that this was a possibility? So I had a long, challenging lifetime, childhood, divorce, abuse, bullies, fist fights, a lot. And my unconscious mind, my little unconscious mind, became protective. It created these protective sensations like pain, back pain, leg pain, neck pain, gut pain, growing pains, headaches. The list of sensations could literally fill a page if I wrote them all out. So I also had anxiety. I had panic attacks, arrhythmia, stage fright, vertigo, POTS, eye stuff, depression. Sometimes the depression was very deep and sometimes it was situational. So my mindset shifted over time. And how did I reach the point where I realized that I could change my protective sensations by changing my mindset, by changing the way that my mind processed information that was coming in and processed the past? So I realized it through a series, a long lifetime of events. In high school, I began studying hypnosis and began learning from the founder of Rapid Resolution Therapy, who I took a training with, and began to see that I could choose the way I was thinking. It didn't sink in until later that choice and that deeper communication with my unconscious mind could lead to the resolution and improvement of all the stuff I've been going through. Even though I repeatedly returned to the community, the RRT community, and learned more and more and more and grew as a person and then later as a practitioner, even though I'd had that training, I still needed to go to India and go up into the mountains and really go deep into Vipassana meditation, my own meditation practice. And then I needed to also go through an extremely challenging transformative journey with chronic pain that was more intense than anything I'd ever been through. It was really hell. It was the worst suffering that I'd ever experienced in my life, that came to a head during the pandemic. I had pain off and on. My brain was learning more and more to fear that pain, and the fear fueled it so that it went from a matchstick to a bonfire, to one of these huge fires like in LA or in Canada, these massive wildfires. And I was in it. So I ended up bedbound, and I ended up trying to fix. Medicalization made it worse. Naturopath, chiro, acupuncture, different charlatans and scoundrels who were leading me down these paths for their own benefit. But I finally realized that I could set all these aside. I fixed my fixing behavior when I really got fixed by an injection that paralyzed my leg, and there was so much fear. My father died that same week. This practitioner was a fool to give me any kind of physical needle, anything, when I was in that deep state of fight or flight, having just lost my father. I mean, heavy stuff. So I bottomed out. I went down, bed bound, could not sit, stand, lie, had panic attacks, took months, 8 months, I don't know, longer to work my way through the panic attacks, gastritis, emergency room, medications that gave me side effects and that then gave me withdrawals from these medications. And I just dropped it all. And I had known about, a long time, I'd known about Claire Weeks and her work with panic in particular. I knew about Dr. John Sarno and his work with back pain. And I realized what I was doing was not working. It was not moving me forward. It was moving me backwards. It was keeping me stuck. And so I returned to rapid resolution therapy. I worked with the founder and he began to clear that fear, knowing that this was a mind process. I got deeper into that. I began using those techniques, the rapid resolution techniques, on myself and self-hypnotic techniques, and began to program and rewire my own mind. And that was the first step out of it. So my recovery took years, and in that recovery, I learned from all these different modalities, and I learned what worked for me, and it was almost like planning out my diet. Like, I knew sometimes I needed a salad. I knew sometimes I needed a piece of salmon. I knew sometimes I needed to have some berries. It was like all these different modalities. And I needed to figure out how to integrate all that stuff. And I did over time. And I took processes from pain reprocessing therapy, which is, in my mind, just a rebranding of Vipassana meditation, Buddha's original meditation. Very mindful, very focused on outcome independence, as they call it in PRT. Buddha said, do your best and let go of the outcome. So anyway, bringing all of this together helped me on my own recovery journey so that I could begin to sit, I can begin to drive again, I could return to life. And then the momentum built and built and built. And it took me years to get to the point where I really knew that I was getting better and I made progress and that things were reaching a point of upward momentum, upward spiraling, where I was seeing result after result. I was seeing improvements on so many fronts. So that's a little introduction to my life, my journey with pain, and I want you to know about this. I haven't done the longer version of this story and released it because I'm still working on techniques with clients, and I'm still trying to refine the wisdom that I gathered on my journey so that I can be the most helpful for you. And there's so much to it. If you're watching this, you've watched other videos, I hope, and you've subscribed to my channel, and you know there's lots of tips, there's lots of tricks, there's lots of practices, and those practices all work. And there's so many nuances. So I'm refining, I'm building a structure around the way I work, and I'm learning the patterns from working with lots of clients, the patterns that I need to address in terms of getting them to move quickly and deeply through the stages that took me and took some other coaches years to get through. So figuring that out is going to be, it feels like it's my life's mission, because I don't want you to suffer. I don't want people to suffer and have to go through those years that I did. It's really a process that I feel like if you catch it early with chronic pain or anxiety, you catch it early, then you can recover deeper and faster. And I have a recovery story on my channel where exactly that happens. Although she did have training earlier on in life with sciatica, but then when she developed groin pain, she recovered really rapidly with me saying, hey, look, I see what's going on. I know what's happening here. Here are your strengths. Take your strengths, get out there and move forward, and that pain's going to fade. And it did. So there's a lot here, and I'm giving you just a little thumbnail, a little snapshot of my own journey, and I'm introducing myself to you as a way for you to feel like you're not listening to somebody who just maybe went and got a psychology degree or a medical degree or read about this stuff in a book. No, I've gone I've gone to the depths of this hell. And I know the way out. I know the way through. So follow along with me. Thank you for being here and being a part of this mission. I'm really convinced and confident that you're going to heal. And I love you on this journey, as I loved myself on this journey, with the strength of knowing that you've got what it takes. You're a human being just like me, and you're going to make it. So keep going, keep expanding your life, and look at my own journey and ask me any questions you want to ask. Comment as you wish, and I'll do my best to help you move forward. If you want to work one-on-one with me, head over to my website, healingwolfcoaching.com. Sign up for a consult call or send me an email or sign up for my newsletter, and I will see you face to face in the Zoom call.